pearl divers, fishermen, and dhows. This is what Qatar was before, a somewhat transcendentalist society. Back in the days when Bedouins and camels roamed around the unknown desert of Qatar, Doha, its capital city, began to emerge. With the finding of pearls, Qatar became known amongst the Arab nations and not the world. Nevertheless, this did not stop the lily colony to give up when the first foreigners discovered the huge amounts of treasured oil buried deep in the ground. As time passed by, Qatar began to gain publicity in the world through the assistance of its oil companies, thus making Qatar one of the richest countries in the world. People began to travel across the Atlantic Ocean for a new life, increasing the population and construction. With the help of the Asian Games and its airline, Qatar Airways, Qatar found its way to greatness. However, these fast changes have created overwhelming problems in Qatar.
As Doha tries to expand significantly, it quickly creates traffic problems for the residents. The roads cannot handle the capacity of cars due to the narrow roads and obscene amount of cars. The increase in construction is creating a number of detours, which create massive traffic jams in most areas. In addition to this, a large number of young, reckless teens are on the roads taking their own lives and the lives of others.
Housing, a situation that for many years has not been a problem in Doha, has now affected the city life in Qatar by increasing rapidly to a cost that many cannot afford. Back in those years, when life was not as expensive, houses and apartments were rented between 4,000 to 8,000 Qatar riyals per month. But as life became more luxurious, and as large companies began making package deals to house their employees, the demand for accommodation in Doha was and still is outstripping supply. With outrageous costs, many families have struggled to keep up with their rents and at times have had the necessity of sharing with other families in order to pay their portion of the deal.
Doha has changed significantly through the last 50 years. This significant change is visible all over Qatar. Due to the increased amount of immigrants coming to Doha, many apartments and compounds scatter Doha, thus expanding this little country. But with this expansion comes a large amount of construction. The current condition of Doha is so bad that wherever you go, there is either demolition or excavation. Also, heavy trucks move every day from place to place just to supply materials to construction sites, causing road problems and traffic. And oh, not to mention the plight of the construction workers, who work up to 12 hours a day to construct more and more and more and more and more.
As Doha rises from the dust, the country leaves behind the simple and stable life and begins the life of consumerism. Instead of living their social life with what is only necessary, Qatar has been driven towards the artificial life of paying little attention to what they buy and only focus in discarding the old, either because of lack of durability or a change in fashion. Apart from the constant increase in consuming products, Doha's trash disposal has augmented substantially, proving the unnecessary buying of consumer goods. Companies such as Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Jaguar, and restaurants such as Chili's or Applebee's have stormed into Doha's economic infrastructure. Also, hotels and malls have been constantly driving consumers into buying luxurious products.
As ironic as it may sound, the population increase in Doha is beginning to hurt more than it is helping. Elevated costs, unbearable traffic, construction, and strict social status are some examples of the negative effects overcrowding has brought to Qatar. But beyond the economical and direct repercussions of population increase, it is also strongly jeopardizing Doha's ethnic structure. Today, approximately 70% of Doha's population is foreign, and this percentage plans to increase. In a not so distant future, Qatar's capital will probably transform into one of the world's few multicultural cities. The loss of cultural identity might erode the long-preserved principles that constitute the Arabic social behavior. These strict guidelines are the infrastructure of their incredible success.